Limited run games. My love for limited run games is anything but limited. I might run straight into the hearts of men like Doug and Josh when it comes to, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I like limited run games. I like what they stand for. I like the people behind limited run games. I actually met Doug a couple times now, and he's one of the nicest damn people I've ever met. One of the nicest gamers I've ever met. I love what they do with limited run games. Taking games that wouldn't otherwise have physical copies available to any of us, and hey, they go ahead and they make them physical. And something that they came out with recently, something they got to announce recently, is absolutely incredible. And please, guys, round of friggin' applause, because I love that this is happening. They are making games for the Nintendo Switch. Starting in 2018, they're going to have their first limited run Nintendo Switch title. Now, how expensive is that title going to be once the resellers and the scalpers get a hold of it? Oh, insane. You think that 100, 150 for some of the PlayStation 4 ones are crazy? Hey, just wait until the Nintendo Switch ones come out, and then we'll be freaking... It's stupid. It gets really stupid. But at the same time, we're all going to have the chance to pick up some games that otherwise wouldn't have physical copies of them available. And what games? What games, you may be asking? Well, nothing, we don't know. Not even this first game they said they're going to make has actually been announced. We have no idea what's coming, which now is time to add to the speculation and to demand, Doug, I'm looking you in the face, to demand from Doug himself what it is that we want to see on the Nintendo Switch coming in 2018 and so on. Now, again, I love Doug. I think he's an awesome guy, and I am going to be tweeting this to him, and I'm hoping that he's going to watch it. So this is your chance. Leave a comment down below and tell Doug and Josh what it is that you want to see come on the Nintendo Switch. But for me, I have 5 or 6 ideas, things I want to throw out there. Nothing set in stone, just of games that are right now on the eShop. However, for me personally, I would love to see games that aren't even on Nintendo Switch yet come to the Switch. I'd love to see games that I couldn't even think about offhand that could come to the Nintendo Switch. But I'm not that smart. I'm not a businessman like Doug. I'm going to leave that to them. For me, I'm just going to pick 5 games off the eShop, ones that I think will be pretty cool. So, let's get started. Hey, I'm just going to dive right into it with my number 1, Thimbleweed. Can we please get a Thimbleweed on the Switch, a physical copy of Thimbleweed? I'll buy like 7 copies, please. Please, please. For those of you that don't know what Thimbleweed is, I just reviewed that in my recent 10 eShop games worth buying, which you can check out in the description below. There'll be a link at the end of the video where I'll go into more of an in-depth reason as to why that game was so freaking awesome. But that's definitely my number 1 pick. I would love to see a physical Thimbleweed. I'd love to own. I want to own that so bad. It actually hurt me buying that digital because I didn't want to. I wanted to have something. I'm going to be screwed when the physical age and physical media dies off and we're stuck with digital, because I'm always going to want physical. And if I can get a Thimbleweed, if I can get a Thimbleweed. But moving on. Now, 2 other games I think would be pretty cool to see is Mighty Gunvolt or Blaster Master. They're both done like old school NES games. I mean, Blaster Master obviously being a remaster of Blaster Master, and then Mighty Gunvolt being a smash of a bunch of... I invented that word recently. Being a smash of a couple different games, but ultimately done in the style of Mega Man. And something that I, as a retro gamer, as I go and grab an Addams Family, a game that's not even mine, I, as a retro gamer, love having the physical, old-school, retro NES carts. So if I could actually have physical of these 2 games that I love so much in the Nintendo eShop, I think that would be really great to get either of those, maybe a combination package. Do you do that? Do you do that limited run? Can I get one of the combination packages with 2 games in it? I'll take it. As of yet, the Switch doesn't really have any racing games other than Mario Kart. In fact, that I can think of, the only other game, including physical and eShop, is Fast RMX, which is actually a pretty enjoyable racing game, and it wouldn't hurt to get another racing game physical. And as I said, Fast RMX is really fun. I reviewed it on this channel before. I know RGT85, Sean, is a really big fan of this game and will definitely pick it up. He'll buy it before I do. It's a really, really fun game that runs really well on the Switch, and honestly, if that sells well and Mario Kart sold well, maybe Nintendo might say, hey, there's a market on the Switch right now for racing games. What else could we make? Maybe an F-Zero? Motionhorn is another game that I talk about quite a lot. It's a Wind Waker clone, but honestly, it's a lot of fun to play. It's so similar to Wind Waker, so similar. It's watered down and doesn't have as much depth to it, but it's a great game that I would easily spend 25 bucks on just to get a physical copy. The art style is really cool, and it would make a really nice case on the shelf. That game just needs a little bit more love and a little bit more appreciation beyond being a Wind Waker clone, which is probably my own fault because that's how I refer to the game every single time, but just saying. And then maybe finally, just for me just throwing ideas out there, Golf Story. I love that game, and I would love a little physical card, a little physical case of Golf Story. It's such an adorable game with some amazing artwork. I'd love to see that artwork on the cover in my collection. It's about a 16, 17 hour game. It's a lot of fun. I'd love to just pick it up off my shelf and throw it in my Switch. I know maybe a lot of you, maybe a lot of the younger audience that I have don't understand that urge, that desire to have physical, because so much of today's world is digital, and so many people growing up in this age is so used to downloading everything. Netflix, getting all their music from iTunes, and their movies from wherever people get movies from these days. Do people still buy Blu-rays? Is that a thing? But I'm always going to crave physical. I'm always going to want physical. And going into an age like this where it's happening less and less, and something like the Switch where you can tell they're being really selective in what they give physical releases to. So much as going purely digital these days, straight to the Switch digitally, it's nice to have a company like Limited Run step in and say, hey, we'll bring some more physical titles to the Switch. We'll keep Nintendo physical cards alive. So I want to thank Limited Run, who isn't sponsoring this video at all. I'm just a big fan of what you guys have been doing for the longest time. And the fact that you guys are doing this on the Switch now, it excites me. And I'm going to be a big supporter of this. And when it starts happening in the future, you're going to be hearing a lot more from me about it. Remember to like this video, leave a comment down below, and let me know what games you would like to see come to the Switch, because if you have some amazing ideas that I absolutely love, maybe I'll take them, I'll pluck them out, and I'll make another video about it. Subscribe so that we become best friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video.